What's it really all about, guys? What's it really all about? Is it about you? Is it about them? Is it about your goals, your objectives, your family, your school, any of your priorities? What's it about, guys? Well, I'll tell you what, you're trying to do these in online endeavors, you're trying to do better online, you're trying to be a better version of yourself. Let me tell you something. Everything that you do in your life, it could be anything, is all about your personal growth. And whichever way you want to grow is how you're going to be. If you're a person out there who's trying to be the best version of yourself right now, and you're at least a somewhat good person of yourself, then you're only going to be better. But if you're a bad version of yourself and you're just becoming worse, then you will be a worse person of yourself. Like I said, this is about personal development, not, getting better. You could also get worse too when you're developing yourself. So guys, what is it? What is it about you? What is it that you're trying to do? You're trying to improve yourself? You're trying to make yourself worse? What is it? You got to find your goals. You got to find your values. And, doing your little online endeavors, anyone doing any endeavors in their life, starting a business, raising a child, starting a family, anything. Then the whole story behind it is developing yourself into what you want to be. Your decisions, your thoughts, your actions, the people you hang around, people you listen to, the things you listen to, all that stuff matters, man. And when you're developing yourself on this whole journey you go on, of self-mastery, of trying to find self-awareness, trying to be woke in the world, it's all about you. It's all about you. Spotlight's on you. Every decision you make is on you. Every bad decision, every good decision, it's on you. So develop yourself. Become that better version of yourself that you dream about being. If you do that, you can have anything that your heart truly desires. Even if it's something bad, you will have it. And you know what? As I go on the trek that I'm going on right now, my journey, I'm online. I'm trying to do my online affiliate marketing thing. I'm trying to do my drop shipping thing, e-commerce thing, my social media thing. And I realized that they have three things in common. Okay? Okay, let me see if you can relate to this. And you probably eventually, down the line, you will. You are doing three things. One, you are becoming your truest and best self. Your truest and best self. What you truly want to be. Who you truly are. What you truly will become. You are becoming slowly as you go along this little trek, this little journey. And if you're watching this video, you're probably a person who's trying to do something. Trying to do something great with your journey. Trying to be something better with the opportunity you're granted to live on this earth as a human being. You're a human being. You should get pumped for that. You know how much math is behind that? How unlikely it is for anything to be a human? You're a human, so that's something you should take advantage of. People talk about, I want to kill myself, or I want to, do all these bad things. I'm just going to smoke. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Yes, you do matter. You are a person. You are a human. You are one of 7 billion things that exists for all we know in the entire universe that can think, that can act, that can plan, that can organize, that can communicate with each other as well as we can. We can literally see in the future, okay? We can see patterns. We can see all that stuff. That's a great opportunity. So become the best you can, because at the end of the day, we're all temporary. This is temporary. Everything around us is temporary. So, dude, become the best person, become the best version of yourself you can right now, and live it to the fullest. I'm not saying go out there, YOLO and all that crazy stuff, make any mistake, make any decision. No, don't do that. Do what makes you the best you possible. The best you. And if there's something that makes you a worse you probably already know about it. And you're probably going to rebelliously do it because there's something that you're not too happy with, too satisfied with, and that's okay. You have time. We all have time. I know it's very valuable, but that's the thing. It's valuable, so use it. Okay, second thing that you're doing on this trip of yours, this trek of yours. Second thing is you're managing yourself. You'll realize after a while that you're managing yourself. There's a book by Drucker called Managing Oneself, and in that book, he goes into, it's a very short book, but he goes to a lot of detail about, what you are. You should know thyself. Know thine contributions. Know thine values. Know thine friends. Know thine objectives. Know thine thoughts. Know all that stuff. Know everything about yourself. If you know yourself, then there's not much that you can't do. You'll know how you learn. You'll know what kind of people to communicate with. You'll know how to tell people to communicate with you, Do you respond by email? Do you do better by reading stuff? Do you do better by seeing it? Do you do better by doing it? Knowing all that information will make you an effective human being, an effective executive of your life, someone who executes things, okay? And that goes into my third point with execution, okay? But in the end of the day, we're all managing ourselves. Whatever you manage, whatever you care to manage, you will have abundantly in every aspect of it. That means money, relationships, love, any of that stuff, health. If you care enough to manage it, manage your calorie intake, manage your money, your cash flow, you know, manage all that stuff, you will have it abundantly and control it and know everywhere it goes. Knowing all that stuff makes you a much, much better person. So look, learn how to manage yourself. Learn what matters to you. Learn how to manage your priorities. Learn how to manage your contributions. Learn how to manage your objectives. Learn how to manage your friends. Learn how to manage what you listen to. Learn how to manage where you work. Learn how to manage all that stuff. You'll be great at it. Management is what makes you you. It makes you the strongest you. Manage all this stuff. Manage emotions. Manage your attitude. Manage your knowledge. All that stuff matters. If you can manage it, you can have anything you want. Now, on to the third thing. I mentioned it already. But the third thing is execution. Yes, execution. People don't really think about this too much, but execution, when you hear the word executive, what do you think of? You know, somebody in a nice suit, somebody walking around, you know, with this briefcase in their hands, probably sitting in some meeting talking about boring stuff all day. Okay. But an executive, in my opinion, the best understanding of that is a person who carries out actions for the benefit, if not for themselves, for a company, a cause, or a person, another person, which will have the best results that they courageously and confidently know in their heart they can accomplish. That is an executive. You as an executive of your life, the decision maker, the sole decision maker, the sole action taker, decides whatever happens in your life and whatever you're going to have. Your decisions at the end of the day are what matters. People can tell you to do anything, okay? Your parents can tell you what to do. Your boss can tell you what to do. You can act out in front of your parents. You can quit your job. Your boss, what he says does not matter. What you say you're going to do matters. You can literally go to work and your boss tells you something to do and you literally not do it. It's possible, physically possible. I mean, will you do it? Now, I don't condone, you know, disobeying your boss, but I'm just saying, your decisions, you are the executive of your life. You're the person who will execute everything. You are the executor, the executive, the prime, the cream of the crop of you. Therefore, your decisions matter. At the end of the day, it's going to be all about you. What time do you go to bed? Are you actually going to go to bed at that time? You know, are you going to get in your car and go to work? Are you going to go to the store and buy groceries? That action you take after making that decision, any decision, can make the biggest difference in how strong of an executive, how much stuff you get done, how strong you are, how good you are at getting things done. It will tell all of that. So be the executive of yourself, man. You know, make yourself look good, dress nice, look nice. You know, treat yourself to things, man. But also, don't just ask yourself what you want to do. Ask yourself what you have to do, what you must do, what must be done. Because at the end of the day, most of the time, what must be done matters a lot more than what you want to do, okay? Like, you want to start that business? Well, you got to write that business plan. I mean, who wants to sit down and write that business plan? I don't want to sit down and write a business plan. But if you want a business, you have to have some sort of plan, some sort of objective, some sort of mission, some sort of goal, some sort of anything. You know? That's serious. You're serious. So make sure you have that plan written out. Make sure you have all that stuff managed. And make sure while you're doing it all, you're having fun being you. You're honest, unshakable, incorruptible, impossibly defeatable you. No one can stop you if you're you. And guys, look, if you're doing something right now that you're trying to do to make you the best you, to literally master your life, starting a business, have it be online, offline, look, I got something for you. Okay? There is a link below. It'll either be below in the description of this video or up in the top right corner of this video, you know, somewhere up in here or whatever, that you can go click and you can go check out something that will be able to teach you a system that you can use for yourself to start an online business or start an offline business even, that'll give you all the things you need in order to learn how to be the best you in every way possible. You know, there are literally 5 pillars that make a good business. You know, 1 is finding your niche. 2 is your customer acquisition process. 3 is your, I forget what they are. Man, what is it? I'll tell you what, click on that link up there and go check it out. You'll find out for yourself. But yeah, click that link, you will find out all that stuff about how some people can literally become themselves and make money off of it. I know it doesn't make any sense, but as I do this little online journey, this little journey of mine, I'm starting to learn that the more that you do, the more you become yourself, the more you manage, the better you become, the more you start doing, because you know what you're doing, you know who you are in doing it, and you know who to do it with and who to not do it with. You start learning all that stuff, and the more you know stuff, the more thoughts you have. The more thoughts you have, the more feelings they trigger. The more feelings you get, the more you want to act on those feelings. Because let me tell you a quick tip. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter how much of a good reason you have for doing something. What matters is how you feel for doing it. Like if it's something that you feel, I gotta do this because I feel like doing it. I gotta do this because this is what is inside of me. This is what I feel. These are my emotions. They are triggered right now. I gotta go do it versus, oh, it just makes sense. Think about it. Your emotions will control you a lot more than your thoughts, your reasoning, your logic. Okay? Left side of the brain versus the right side of the brain, okay? So, you want to learn more about just my journey? Tell you what, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. All that stuff, you'll find out a lot more about me and where I'm doing and where I'm going. You know? The old saying, use your brains, but use your hands. Also, growing old is mandatory, growing wise is optional. So you can grow up and not take action, not do anything as long as you want. But what I realize is that the whole journey is about self-development. If you learn to develop yourself, then you will become the best person you can possibly be, and you will increase your income. I promise. I promise you will. Because as I'm doing this, I'm starting to develop myself. I'm reading all these books. I'm learning more and more and more. And it's starting to get in my head. It's starting to burn there. And it's starting to make me realize, wow, I can do this. I can really do this. And you know what? You can too. You can too. And I tell you what, I'm going to give you a little freebie right now. One book that you should read definitely right now, especially if you want to increase your income and become the best version of yourself and stop listening to these negative, self-defeating thoughts and start breaking through them, is read this one book by this guy named Harv Eker called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. It's a great book. He goes through, these things called wealth files, which are things you literally, he says, download in your head and you make part of your thoughts about money, about income, about people who are successful. And you start learning over time that these people, they have thoughts that they question in their head and they don't let hold them back. And you start to learn why. I used to think that unlearning something and learning something was literally you having to forget something and then learn something else. It doesn't quite work that way. Because trying to forget something you've known all your life is trying to remember something you never heard. You can't do that. So what he goes in and does is he makes you question these thoughts. He makes you question them. And when you question things, you start getting answers. Why am I not making enough money? Why am I treating everybody so bad? Why are my relationships with everybody I literally know bad? You will start to learn some of that stuff from that book. So guys, I suggest you go pick up the book, Thomas Harv Eker. I'll leave a link in the description. Harv Eker, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. It's a great book. I recommend it to anybody trying to start any kind of business of any kind, especially if you were raised to believe that the lifestyle of having grow up, go to school, graduate, work for the next 40 years, retire at 60 something and live off of some pension plan the government, just threw at you because, here you go. Nah. That book will break those thoughts. And those thoughts of mine are broken. And I am personally developing myself to get past those thoughts and starting to learn from some of the best, how to break those thoughts forever. So guys, link below or link above, top right, whichever one you see. Whichever one you see first, click on it. It'll take you to a page. You'll start to learn more information. I'll see you there. And I'll tell you about everything you need to know so that you can become the best version of yourself and what you can do to take the next step in your journey and become this better person, this online marketer, this online anything that you want to be. Expand yourself, expand your mind. Once your mind is expanded, you can never go back. It's like a unbreakable rubber band. It'll grow and grow and grow, but it'll never break. You are unbreakable. This is all about you at the end of the day. That's what it is, guys. I hope this video was entertaining for some of you guys out there. If it was, give a like. If it wasn't, you know what to do. And also, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. You start hearing a lot more things from me about, what I think will help you guys out. And yeah, stay positive, guys, or stay negative. At the end of the day, it's your decision.